What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you're on a fantastic day today, and today I have a very exciting model review for y'all. Today we're going to be taking a look at the GeminiJets 1:400 scale Delta Airlines McDonnell Douglas MD-88 in the Colors in Motion livery. I hope all of you are excited for this. GeminiJets continues to make some really cool throwback aircraft for us collectors to enjoy, and this is going to be a really great addition to the collection for quite a magnitude of reasons. So excited for this. Let's go ahead and put this off to the side, and we'll take a look here at the box. So a standard GeminiJets box. There's not too much to write home about on this particular one, although it does have the 25th anniversary livery on it, which is pretty cool, despite being a 2024 release in the middle of the year, July, so pretty impressive. Otherwise though, standard box. I still really like the updated text placement. I think that's a really great change, and it's certainly grown on me since they did it back in 2019, I think. Anyway though, box is standard, double plastic, all of what you would expect there. No other major takeaways, but it definitely looks nice. So let's go ahead and dive straight into the model. So as I was referencing, Gemini has made some really cool throwback aircraft over 2023, 2024, and even before that. This is a really great example here with what comes with this. Particularly though, over the last 2 years, GeminiJets has really ramped up with regards to the MD-80 retro aircraft they've done. They've done 2 TWAs, the Twin Stripes and the final livery, and they've also done this Delta 88. They've done a Reno Air MD-90, the Delta Flight MD-90, so they've definitely done quite an array, and I probably even missed a couple like the US Air MD-82 from a couple years ago. So there's been no shortage of MD-80s, so definitely probably time for another American one and other popular offerings like that. So definitely cool to see. I hope they continue to do some of the unique ones that they've done as well. I know they did World Atlantic a while back, so that one was cool. Maybe they could do like a TSM or equivalent too, so that would be fun. But anyway, definitely a cool array of aircraft. That being said, we won't waste any further time though and go ahead and get started with the Colors in Motion, which definitely is a nice one. I decided to get this one over the MD-90 just to kind of keep some continuity. Well, first off, I didn't know the 90 was going to come out, so that was kind of the big driver. But anyway, I thought that this one would be a good fit into the collection for the reasons I mentioned. So yeah, definitely a great one to have here. Let's just go ahead and get into it. So here's the cockpit windows along with the nose cone. I think that this mold definitely has came along nicely, so I think it definitely looks pretty nice. Got some pitot tubes and other various panel detail up here on the front. That takes us on to the piece right here, and then you got the nose landing gear, which is quite cool. I'll go ahead and just kind of turn it around a little bit so you can see some different perspectives on it. I'm really liking this board, so let me know if you all are enjoying it, and check out my video I did on it if you're interested in getting one yourself. Here's the L1 door right here, and you got the SkyTeam logo on the middle of the door, which was quite a unique feature to the MD-80 aircraft series for Delta. You also have the window and the lever, other details like that are quite cool. You have where the ladder would be, and then of course you have the start of the polished underbelly, which is cool. Of course, you're gonna have some first class seats up here under the Delta titles. I still think that font is way outdated even for the mid 2000s, but it definitely looks cool, so we'll take it every day of the week. On top of that, you also have the antenna, which this is one of the first MD-80s I have with that. I think I have a couple others. The other cool one they did was the Everett Air Cargo. That was another really cool one they had. That might have been my first one with the antenna. But yeah, it's been so cool to see all these MD-80s coming out. But anyway, you can see that one right there looks quite nice. And then you're going to have some extra legroom seating up there. I'm not sure what it was referred to at the time when this aircraft was flying in this livery. I think these all got repainted by probably 2011 or so. Could be wrong on that, but yeah, these are definitely great frames regardless. And then your main cabin is going to start around probably row 15, maybe a couple more back. But anyway, you're going to have a solid 15 rows, maybe even 20 rows of the main cabin here on the Delta 88s. Then you have some more panel detail in the leading edge light right there. You have a beacon along with 2 more emergency wing exits, so that's pretty cool. You can see on the wing here, you got some great details like the flap slats and speed brakes, kind of just getting some cool looks at that. It's so nice not to have to get my hand all in the way of the model and move it now. I can move with the board, so this board's definitely been a very quality investment here for the channel in that regard. You can see you got the US flag right there, and the registration of this frame is November 941 Delta Lima, so that's pretty cool. Let's get a look at those main landing gear though. I might have to pick it up a little bit to show that off a little bit better, but as you can tell, they're real nice. The hubcaps look pretty solid. Little paint chip on mine, but mine's an outlier. You can also see the tires are pretty cool, and yes, the tires do roll as expected. There's not many molds where they don't. I think the A220 might be the only one that they have that doesn't have rolling gear, excluding their regional jet offerings. And then you got the L2 door right here, and then you got one of the coolest parts of the MD-80, of course. One of the coolest components is definitely these windows in the back. The MD-88 has 4 of them, as you can see here. They're pretty cool. One is right against the window right here, and the other is behind it. So yes, there is a window seat that is blocked on the MD-88s and also other aircraft like the 717s as well. I flew a Hawaiian one recently. We got rebooked, and I pretty much had a blocked view, but that was all right. They sound so good anyway, so I could see some of the wings, so fortunate for that. Anyway, though, you do have a little gray cap here around the wing root, so that's pretty cool. And you got the beautiful JT8Ds as well. I believe that's what are on the 88s, but let me verify because they might be a little bit bigger than that. So these are JT8D 219s as I expected. They look quite nice. It's the MD-90 that has some enhanced engines, I know that. See, I don't get these MD-80s out enough to even recall exactly what each variant has, so definitely want to do some more throwback type videos here in the future, so I'll have plenty of pre-recording coming up anyway, so I'll be sure to do that moving forward. We'll talk about that more moving on with regards to what content you expect 2025, but there'll be plenty of great content, don't worry. All of what you're seeing now, plus some. Really cool tail right here. So you start with this really light blue color. I'm not sure what the correct name is, but it actually starts all the way up here in the middle of the engine, which is pretty cool. And then that slopes down and around back to the APU area, so that's cool. And then you get into the best part of the colors. The motion livery, in my opinion, is definitely that mid-tone blue color along with the navy. It is so nice with the pattern design that they went for in that, so that's super cool. And then you got the red on the tail as well, which looks absolutely stunning. So I think it just looks really great and definitely great to see that. You also have the fleet code on the top of the tail, which is the 3 numbers of the registration, 941. Otherwise, pretty standard. Horizontal stabilizers have a nice angle upslope there, so that's pretty cool. They have a great detail as well, and they are metal, so that's nice. So if you see I come over here, I'm not going to bend them off, so that's cool. There's been other molds in the past, like the 737s, that haven't quite exhibited those features, so cool to see it here on the 88, of course. Otherwise, this aircraft side is complete. I don't think there's too much more to dive into over there, but here's some panning views as we move around to the other side, so I can show you what's going on over here. You've got a little sluggish cockpit windows on this side, but it's not too bad. You also have the R1 door, which is much smaller, so that's cool. Otherwise, the rest of it looks really nice, so no other major takeaways besides the great detail. But we do have the 2 baggage doors here in the front, which is pretty cool in the 88. 717 just has 1, and then there's one underneath the engine here. I'm going to have to pick it up to show you, but you can see it there a little bit. Well, actually, you could see it. Sorry, I got the sun on my phone, so I can't really see as well what's going on. But anyway, really nice. Let's go ahead and take a look at the top and the bottom without macro mode, hopefully, so yay to that. Here's the top of the aircraft. No major observations there. Besides that, looks pretty nice. Here's the bottom. Luckily, the polish is still in great shape, and you also have great detail there where the door would be and other cool components like that, so that's great to see. And overall, this is just a really nice model, so I think it really goes back to the point that we started the video with. It's been super cool to see GeminiJets making some really cool throwback aircraft, and especially as of late, the MD-80 family has gotten plenty of love for the various airlines that have been released, such as TWA, Delta, World Atlantic, Everett's Air Cargo, and others. I'm really excited to see what they'll do next, as I kind of hinted at. I think an American one would be cool despite the recent NG releases. So maybe in 25 they'll do another American MD-80. There's also plenty of other carriers that would be cool. I think Iberia is a cool one that had a variety of MD-80s for a long time. And then there's plenty of airlines in South America and other cool continents.